Two kids are lucky to be alive tonight after being left inside of a hot car for several hours. Plus, a school bus catches fire in Charlotte County, how the driver and students were able to escape. And the growth is in the cards for the city of Venice, why some are not happy about the development plans. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 11.
A father and son are behind bars tonight facing child neglect charges. The two allegedly found passed out in a hot car that was parked with two young children in the back seat. ABC 7's Rick Adams joins us live from where it all happened in downtown Sarasota with more details. Rick?
Yeah, Jacqueline, it happened right here on Main Street. The children are lucky to be alive. Police say a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old were found unresponsive in the back seat of a car in downtown Sarasota last week while temperatures were in the 90s. 51-year-old Paul Houle and his 22-year-old son Paul Houle III were allegedly passed out drunk in the front seat of that car, which police say was not running and was parked directly in the sun for about 25 minutes.
The reason we were called is because thankfully a Good Samaritan who happened to be passing by noticed that something wasn't right and called 911 immediately. Had that person not called 911, this outcome could have been a lot different.
Here's an excerpt from that 911 call, which sent Sarasota police and emergency crews to the scene.
Is he awake?
No, he didn't look awake. It's really hot in the car.
Is he breathing?
I have no idea. The car's off and it's like 90 degrees out and they have all the car doors shut.
When crews arrived, both men and both children were awakened and removed from the vehicle, visibly sweating and pale in color. They were all taken to the hospital and are all okay now. Both Houle men were arrested and taken to the Sarasota County Jail, while the children were taken into the care of the Department of Children and Families. Paul Houle Sr., the father and grandfather of the two men involved, says the children belong to a woman they know. He says the children aren't related to them, but police say they are. Houle Sr. is still trying to wrap his brain around everything.
The car had to be running, and Kathy, the mother, said she went out there twice checking on him, and the car was running with the air conditioner. And then I don't believe it because nobody could sit in that car for that long and survive.
Police also say they found 2 bottles of alcohol, an open beer, and dextroamphetamine. The 51-year-old Houle is facing 2 charges of child neglect without great bodily harm and possession of a controlled substance. The 22-year-old Houle is facing 2 charges of child neglect without great bodily harm. And both the father and the son remain behind bars tonight at the Sarasota County Jail, which is right down the road from here. Reporting live from downtown Sarasota this evening, I'm Rick Adams. Jacqueline, back to you.
Rick, thank you. A bus driver and 14 students were able to escape a school bus after it caught fire this afternoon in Port Charlotte. It all happened on Corinne Avenue off of Kings Highway shortly after 2 p.m. By the time firefighters arrived, the bus drivers and students had safely evacuated and they were able to quickly extinguish those flames. Well, let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for a look at our first alert forecast. And Bob, I think everybody wants to know, are we going to continue to smell this dead smell?
Yeah, I think it's going to be around a while. I just said it will affect less people, I think, as we move on in through the next couple of days due to the fact that we're going to see more of an easterly component to our wind, so it won't get a chance to get that far inland as we've seen over the past couple of days. Interesting tonight, Jack, and we have some showers around near Venice. The rain coming down pretty heavy there right now. Not a lot of lightning, but one lone cell. And then we have another one up here in northern portions of Manatee County, which is generating some lightning. And the outflow boundary you can see is heading off to the west, so we could see other showers popping up along it. And that rain in Venice really not moving much right now. It's fairly stationary. We'll take a look down the street level. Venice Beach right there. Eastgate and Nokomis getting some rainfall as well. We put the map into motion the last half hour. You can see it kind of moved in and then just kind of spreading out right now. More than likely it'll rain itself out here in the next half hour or so. And this cell in particular is starting to weaken, is starting to contract, if you will, and you can see the outflow boundaries still spreading off toward Interstate I-75 into Manatee County. So a chance for a few evening showers, and I should say overnight showers and a thunderstorm or two, but generally most areas will stay dry as the daytime heating will be used up. As far as the winds go, very light now around the Suncoast, anywhere from calm to 5 miles an hour really up and down the coast. Those winds will start to become more southeasterly in time as we move through the day tomorrow. We'll have more on that coming up in a few minutes. Jacqueline?
Okay, Bob, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you. We often describe the Suncoast as paradise, but tonight, paradise stinks, quite literally. When the winds shift, the smell of red tide carries for miles, even all the way to Mayaca City, 25 miles from the coast. According to Mote Marine Lab, the stench isn't from the red tide algae, but instead from the dead fish that it has killed.
This is the first time I've actually smelled it east of I-75. I've been in Florida since '91, and I've never smelled it come this far before. It's really bad this year.
Some downtown Sarasota businesses are lighting candles and incense to mask that smell because it has now seeped inside of their stores. Well, if red tide doesn't keep you away from the beach, this might. Sarasota County health officials issuing no swim advisories for most of the county's public beaches. It includes Lido Beach, Brohard Beach, Venice Pier Beach, Siesta Beach, and Longboat Key Beach. Health officials say bacteria found during water quality testing today is outside acceptable limits. The beaches remain open, however, any activity in the water is not recommended. Well, a man who's lived on the west coast of Florida his entire life says he's found a way to kill the red tide. Bob Rigby debuted his red tide solution to the public today for the first time in Inglewood. It's essentially an aquatic crop sprayer pulled by 3 boats that would spray a solution of sodium hypochlorite over the bloom. Now, sodium hypochlorite is a chemical used in large-scale water purification and disinfection. Rigby's been working on this invention for 27 years. He says one of the early tests of his solution killed the red tide cells within 20 minutes. And for all of our coverage on the red tide outbreak, head over to our website, mysuncoast.com. In other news tonight, a former Punta Gorda police officer facing manslaughter charges is now being asked for his trial to be postponed until next year. Lee Cole's attorneys filed the paperwork making the request this week. The defense claims that they need more time to review records recently received from the Punta Gorda City Manager's office. Among the documents are emails from citizens making death threats against Cole and proof of his gun purchase. Cole is charged with negligent manslaughter for firing what he believed were blanks from his gun in a role-playing scenario, accidentally killing 73-year-old Mary Knowlton. Happening tomorrow, a special blood drive for a little member of the Sarasota Police Department. In honor of 4-year-old Evelyn, who just finished chemotherapy for acute lymphoblastic leukemia, SPD is hosting a blood and Be the Match registry drive. Her father is a detective with SPD. That blood drive will be held tomorrow from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. at Sarasota Police Headquarters. Well, after 20 years, Venice is finally getting a new hotel. The plans were released this week, and it will be located on one of the area's most popular streets. But some of the people who live near there say they don't want any of it.
This 4-story, 86-room hotel will be the newest addition to the South County area. The Town Place Suites by Marriott will be on Jacaranda Boulevard, just southeast of I-75, behind Fairfield Inn & Suites, another hotel also owned by Marriott. Plus, this vacation destination will be bringing a retail shopping plaza with it, and the remainder of the now empty land on this street will also be sold for small commercial businesses.
Hotels are very much needed in this area for the various events that happen, and families come into the area for their vacations. It's a wonderful idea, plus all the employment that the hotel and the shopping mall will they'll be able to employ a lot of people, so that's a good thing for the area.
But here's the only problem. At the end of this street, an auto dealership will also be built, and directly intersecting the boulevard on Venice Avenue is the proposed Venice Regional Hospital. So residents who live around here feel like they're being sandwiched in, especially because all these properties were originally only supposed to be residential.
Just going to snowball, and people that are supposed to be taking care of the residential areas around here have no remorse about what they're doing whatsoever. It's just a developer-friendly society, and we are the victims of it. The residential people are victims.
Aside from congestion and a more city-like feel, many are worried about the traffic that all these new businesses will cause in an already very busy intersection.
That was ABC 7's Rebecca Fernandez reporting. Well, the 44th Avenue East Extension project has been underway since 2013 and is now halfway done. The 8-mile road, however, will affect various neighborhoods in East Bradenton. Many residents living near the construction area have voiced their concerns about the plans. Manatee County now making preparations to continue that project at what some are saying is the expense of neighborhood residents. A finished product will connect Bradenton with the Lakewood Ranch. Bradenton resident Tommy Mitchell attends commission meetings regarding this subject. He says the entire project will cost more than $160 million, but will only benefit the community east of I-75.
The only one that's going to improve, and if you notice where it dumps into Lakewood Ranch Boulevard, there's not really any homes over there. It's all zone commercial. A lot of big investors are banking on big bucks out there.
Work on the next part of the extension is expected to begin next year. That entire project through Lakewood Ranch is expected to be completed between 2023 and 2024. A follow-up to last month's denial of rezoning to allow Mosaic Fertilizer Company to mine phosphate on 14,000 acres in DeSoto County. County commissioners were contacted by Mosaic last week asking that a third party step in and work to resolve the problem. The company has chosen to operate within the Florida Land Use and Environmental Dispute Resolution Act, allowing applicants to have a mediator. Mosaic believes it met the rezoning application requirements and should have been approved. The county has until September 4th to decide if it will allow a mediation. Stay with us. Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert forecast for the weekend ahead, plus how Floridians are helping fight fires out west, and the extra perk Disney is now offering to their employees.
I am the resident district manager on the FAU campus for Chartwell. Whenever I see Haley, I do not see a person with a disability. I see a person with extraordinary abilities. Haley is always smiling. She's always on time. She gives fantastic customer service and is always focused on any job that she's given.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
According to Golf Digest, 2 of the nation's top golf resorts are on the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, the Auburn Opelika Marriott at Grand National, and the Renaissance Ross Bridge Golf Resort and Spa in Birmingham. Plus, the Marriott at Grand National was recognized as Hotel of the Year by Marriott International. Experience luxury and world-class golf Southern style. Visit rtjgolf/resorts or call 800-949-4444 to book your trip to the trail.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do it yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
Bob, we've all been watching Hurricane Lane and kind of hoping for the best for the people of Hawaii.
It's getting better. Okay. We had an update just recently from the National Hurricane Center, and it looks like the main core of the winds, as I said earlier at the 6 o'clock news, are going to miss the island, so it'll stay south of them, but it's still going to cause a lot of problems. Flooding problems is the biggest concern, as we thought over the past couple of days. Flooding will be the big issue. Here's what's going on with our weather. Beautiful here. ABC 7 tower webcam showing another nice sunset. You'll notice those clouds are coming in from the Gulf, though. That's that west wind, which brings all that nasty smell well inland. That's about to change, folks. So things are looking better on that front, too. And as far as we're concerned, photos sent in, they keep coming, and they're still spectacular. At least we don't have to smell them, right? Maryland getting this one from Lakewood Ranch, and another one, Rita Zucchelli getting this. It looks beautiful, doesn't it? She's changed the filter a little bit. And Christina from Lakewood Ranch as well, showing some clouds off in the distance there, but nice photos nonetheless. Titan radar picture indicating still that front hanging on. It's about to fall apart though, and it is weakening right now, so it's not a big issue, but it was a problem. As a result of that, it pushed that high pressure ridge down to our south, which gave us that westerly component, which fed all that nasty air right on inland. Now this evening, some showers breaking out near Venice and near Nokomis. The activity associated with just some moisture around, maybe a little weak disturbance around, and you can see the outflow boundary from this cell here in particular starting to generate some showers east of I-75 right there near State Road 64. We have another shower popping up near downtown Sarasota, but the rain moderate to heavy. Haven't seen any lightning yet, but this could generate a lightning strike here or two. And there's that lone shower that has just flared up near downtown Sarasota and just to the east along US 301 and also Fruitville, and the activity here is starting to wind down just to the west of Duet, but another one building near Lorraine. So some isolated showers possible through the early morning hours, and then generally some showers offshore. To start the morning off, looks to be pretty good, partly cloudy skies, and we'll have a southeast wind throughout the afternoon with a west coast sea breeze developing later on in the day. Some big storms. This is Friday at 5 o'clock. You'll see the inland storms popping up as the west coast and the east coast kind of meet, and then those will move off to the west. So we could have some disruptive weather for some of the high school football games tomorrow evening, as kickoff is usually around that time, and then showers will move offshore and wind on down. Now we'll see similar conditions on Saturday with a pretty good chance for showers and storms moving in late in the afternoon. Some of those could be rather strong. I think Saturday a better chance of more widespread rain. We're going to get back into that lightning period too. We've been kind of away from that with that west wind. We don't get as much lightning around. Well, we haven't had a lot of storms out in the Atlantic either, but this one certainly could be one down the road. No, not a big deal because the winds are pretty strong through here, but in about 5 days from now, it's going to get into the central Atlantic and will have a chance to develop into our next system. This is definitely a big system, and this is Lane looking rather healthy on this last satellite imagery. Still a rather impressive looking storm. It's down now to a Category 3 hurricane. Get a look at this. The storm earlier today went right over a buoy out there in the Pacific. Hard to believe that the eye of the center, it looks like, passed right over it. There's that 107-mile-an-hour winds, 107 at 2:30 in the afternoon. And as we move through time, here's 4, and it's a Category 4 storm. The wind's 7 miles an hour. So that would indicate to me that it went right over the top of that buoy. And it's not moving that fast either. So it looks like this storm system will produce some heavy rainfall. Forecast path and track, it's 120-mile-an-hour winds expected to go down tomorrow to 100. Notice that cone of uncertainty. That's where the center is going to be with inside that cone somewhere, and it never touches the island. So it's been shifting south, which is a good sign for those folks. The high today was 92.77 was the morning low. Let's get to the forecast for boaters tomorrow then. Real quickly, not too bad out there. Notice there's no westerly component to this wind, so we don't anticipate a west wind tomorrow. Seas will be running right around 2 feet. There'll be a little sea breeze, don't get me wrong, in the afternoon right near the coast, but not as much as you would normally see with that high pressure to the west of us. Here's the forecast. Good chance for scattered storms tomorrow. 60% chance on Saturday and Sunday. This will be a little bit more widespread, and it stays in that typical afternoon and evening storm pattern right on in through work week next week. Well, the fishing hasn't been all that good, but get a look at this. Today, this was this evening, in fact, Captain Scott Moore shooting this near the Rod and Reel Pier. That water looking a lot more impressive, and here's what he had to say.
Water's got a little bit of a stain. I don't see a lot of dead fish. If any, I don't see any here close. There's a little bit of fish on that shoreline, but not bad. There's no smell at all up here. Looking at Passage Key, looking out on those to the east. Some of this area is beautiful right now. Just come out and enjoy yourself. The rod and reel.
And here's what happened. This was just 36 hours ago. The same location, same place. Wow. The watercolor is totally different. There's fish, dead fish washing up, and he said the smell of red tide was pretty bad, but now it seems to be gone away. And that's the story with red tide. It's in patches. Sometimes it comes, sometimes it goes. And in this case, just within 36 hours, it seems to have cleared up a little bit right there at Rod and Reel Pier. So you might want to call if you're going to be going out to beaches or restaurants out there. Is it okay? And they may tell you it's going to be okay. Here's some photos for you now, too. You have to go north near Terracea and near the Sunshine Skyway, a little bit further east, too. Not so much toward Clearwater Beach because it's been reported up there. Here's some breakwater charters. Captain Brian Marcy catching this past Saturday. That's his client. And then Captain Nate Weissman, he invited me out. I couldn't make it, but he caught this nice big redfish, and you can see by those mangroves, that was up around Terracea. And the person shooting the photos was Matthew Smith. He's a photog who's also part of the Lightning Mafia. He was out there, and he caught a little snook. All this was, by the way, catch and release, because that's what we're wanting to do right now. The fish have so much pressure on them, obviously, with the red tide. And folks still want to go fishing that come into town, so that's where they're going to the north, basically up into Terracea and up into Tampa Bay.
Right. Well, tough times for many people here,
That's
but
right.
fishermen as well. All right, thank you, Bob. State troopers will be out in extra numbers over the next 2 weeks, concentrating their efforts on impaired drivers through Labor Day weekend as part of a national Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign. Law enforcement from the Florida Highway Patrol will be looking for signs of drunk or drugged drivers across the state. Last year, there were nearly 2,900 fatal accidents in Florida.
All of our families are on the road, so it is imperative for us as drivers to be responsible, and that responsibility is being 100% sober, 100% focused anytime that you're behind the wheel.
The overall number of car accidents in Florida has gone up steadily over the past 5 years. The Florida Forest Service is sending more firefighters to help battle wildfires out west. 20 firefighters are deploying to Oregon to help contain fires in that area. Commissioner of Agriculture Adam Putnam says this year the Florida Forest Service has sent nearly 400 people to help battle fires across the country. Newly arrived Puerto Ricans are suing to have 32 Florida counties print bilingual ballots ahead of November's midterm elections. The lawsuit demands that elections officials provide ballots, registration materials, and voting guides in Spanish in those counties, which do include Sarasota and Manatee. The lawsuit argues that the tens of thousands of Puerto Ricans that have moved to Florida since Hurricane Maria will not be able to exercise their right to vote without the Spanish ballots. A hearing is scheduled for early September in Tallahassee. Well, a magical offer for Disney employees. The Walt Disney Company announcing they will pay your way in full if you want to get an advanced degree, finish high school, or learn a trade. Disney Aspire is the company's new education initiative that offers to pay 100% of your tuition up front rather than in reimbursements if you are an hourly employee. The company will spend $50 million this year and $25 million next year on the Aspire program. About 80,000 hourly workers will be eligible for the free tuition offer. In addition to tuition, the program will also pay for application fees, textbooks, and other materials. Well, sports is next, but first, here's what's coming up on Jimmy Kimmel.
Kimmel Tonight is the sensitive Mandy Moore.
People will feel their feelings.
Star of 8th grade, Elsie Fisher, and Jimmy holds an intervention.
I'm Matt Paxton. I'm from the TV show Hoarders.
Oh, no. Emmy-nominated Kimmel, tonight on ABC.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
The ABC7 First Alert weather app just got even better. It's easy to use once you download it. First, tell the app to follow you, so you get alerts pinpointed to exactly where you are. Then customize your settings with all the places you go, from the beach to grandmother's house. Get accurate alerts for everyone you care about. You can even pick which weather alerts and categories you want and what they sound like. More ways to customize and more ways to keep your family safe. Download the ABC7 First Alert weather app today.
I just need a second.
Is your weight holding you back and affecting your health?
Did you see this? Your cousin had a heart attack.
Really?
Excess weight or obesity can be serious, but you can do something about it. Visit yourweightmatters.org. Download the free toolkit to prepare you to speak with a healthcare provider. Your weight does matter. Accept the challenge and take charge today. Visit yourweightmatters.org.
I'm Deshauna Barber. In 2016, I was proud to win the title of Miss USA. What makes me just as proud is my service in the U.S. military. In the service, a soldier gains skills and learns values like discipline and leadership. That makes them an asset to any business that hires them. If you're an employer, on behalf of Coalition to Salute America's Heroes, remember to hire smart and bet on a vet. Visit saluteheroes.org or call this number to learn more.
We just finished dinner and it was time for homework.
He hates homework.
It makes no sense.
I don't know how he finds anything in his
I
backpack.
can't find my backpack.
I couldn't even read his handwriting.
Holding the pencil makes my hand hurt.
I know he's bright.
Why is it so hard for me?
He's
I'm
just
trying
gotta
as
try a
hard
little
as
harder.
I can.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. Go to understood.org, a free online resource with support and tools to help your child thrive.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Now, sports.
The Rays are at home as they look for the sweep against the Royals. Let's head to the bottom of the third. Bases loaded, 1 out. Joey Wendell hits a fly ball to right field for the sacrifice fly to right field. Matt Duffy then scores. The Royals are up until Willie Adams hits a soft grounder towards third base for the RBI infield single. Jake Bowers then scores. They tie up at the bottom of the ninth when Kevin Kiermaier hits a hard liner to first baseman Ryan O'Hearn. O'Hearn then fields it cleanly but botches the throw home, allowing the winning run to score, making it their 5th win in a row. Well, a former Lakewood Ranch athlete is headed to California to play for the Oakland Raiders. Former free agent Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie signing with the Raiders tonight. He made the Pro Bowl in 2009 and 15 and was a second-team All-Pro selection in 2016. He's played 153 games over 10 seasons with Arizona, Philadelphia, Denver, and the past 4 years with the Giants. He has 30 career interceptions, including 6 returned for touchdowns and 144 passes defensed. Well, Super Bowl champions Philadelphia Eagles going against the Cleveland Browns tonight in the NFL preseason. Carson Wentz skipping out on tonight's game because of an injury, and that may have been a reason for their bad performance. The Browns smoked them 5-0 tonight. That's a look at sports. We'll have your winning lotto numbers straight ahead.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
You now have the power to prioritize your Facebook feed and get local news and information from the team you trust. Go to the ABC7 Sarasota page on Facebook. Give us a like, then click following and choose See First. That's it. Customize even more by choosing notifications. Choose breaking news, posts, live videos, anything you want to see in real time. Take control of your newsfeed and stay connected to what's happening in your community with ABC7 on Facebook.
Cancer doesn't run in my family. That really was the farthest thing from my mind. I've been an athlete my whole life, and I work in sports, so my mindset was just, that's fight. So our stories are all unique, so whatever you're going through, ask questions, get information, and be involved. Don't ignore the signs. Join the fight. I'm Tony Beasley, and I'm a stage 2 colorectal cancer survivor.
The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
Well, everyone's favorite hippo is making an appearance once again. Fiona the hippo showing off her ballerina skills at the Cincinnati Zoo this week. Now, she's not even one yet, and she already has some great moves. You know, when I first saw this, it made me think of the Miss United States. She's beauty and she's grace. She's Miss, or Miss Fiona.
That's right. Great shot. Sipples get big, obviously, and we'll keep an eye on that one for you. We're keeping an eye on the showers still around, too. There's a few light rain showers in Venice spreading off toward Palmer Ranch, so keep that in mind.
All right. Thank you, Bob. And thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you right back here tomorrow evening. Have a great night.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TrueStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now, for a free, no-obligation quote, TrueStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system could make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now, SoClean.com has released the world's first automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs and bacteria. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer, risk-free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
The SoClean works, and it's a really effective product, and I couldn't believe how easy it was to use.
SoClean works on all popular CPAP machines and masks, destroying CPAP germs and bacteria without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and walk away. Voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited-time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398. Or visit SoClean.com today.
Hi, I'm Janelle Hale, founder and CEO of the National Breast Cancer Foundation. No one should face breast cancer alone. When I was diagnosed 36 years ago, there was no internet, and I had to make a decision with little information. Early detection saved my life. It could save yours too. To learn what every woman needs to know about breast cancer, visit nbcf.org/hope.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish! In your face, in your face, in
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.